I don't see anybody in chat. There's chat on YouTube. What the heck is going on? Sorry, folks. There's some technical difficulty. It says I'm live. There I am. All right. Wow. That was crazy. My YouTube wasn't showing anything. Sorry about that. All right. Here we go. We're going to wrap the week up. It's going to be short. It's going to be sweet. For some reason, YouTube wasn't playing the video, but it is now. So, lots of stuff happening as far as the J6. We're going to talk about that just a minute, but I wanted to give you guys this from Joe Biden. A poll was done. Entire world unhappier, more stressed since Joe Biden took over, especially in Afghanistan. But the poll was released by Gallup on Tuesday and found that the world is sadder, more worried, more stressed out in 2021 than the year before, pushing its negative experience index to a record high of 33 points in the first year of US President Joe Biden's term. That's not any good news for Joe Biden. Not only are his polls sinking here in his own country, America, but his polls are sinking all over the world. And if you remember correctly, in the campaign trail of 2019, he told everybody that he had the greatest reputation around the world, that he was the one and only guy that could unite the world. Remember that? Well, Gallup's annual global bummer survey includes adult responses from 122 countries. In 2001, 42% described themselves as worried, 41% as stressed, 28% as sad, and 23% as angry. 31% said that they were in considerable, listen to this, considerable physical pain since Joe Biden took office. There you have it. I'm going to leave it right there. This man is nothing but an absolute shell, and his entire administration is a dumpster fire. His DOJ is a dumpster fire. The J6 committee is a dumpster fire. Let's read a little bit more. Even worse, the economy shrank 1.6% as inflation battered consumers in the first quarter of 2022. The U.S. economy shrank at 1.6% annual pace, the government said Wednesday, as inflation weighed on consumer spending. This is the government's third and final estimate of the path of the economy that took its first 3 months of the year. Government's first estimate had the economy shrinking 1.4%, and its second estimate was a contraction of 1.5%. This is the first time the economy registered a negative rate of growth since early 2020 when the pandemic and lockdowns took hold. More bad news for Joe Biden. Remember that yesterday I reported in Headline Hits that he is irritated and irked. He's pissed off that people are questioning a second term, a second run. Well, Joe, everything that I read in the headlines day after day doesn't prove to me that you're the man for the job. You claimed that you were the man for the job, but your performance record is in the toilet, sir. I'm not sure what you would be capable of running on. I don't even think you could operate an ice cream shack, in my opinion. All right, here we go. Here's all the stuff that's unfolding in the J6 committee hearings. Cassidy Hutchinson fabricated her testimony about a conversation with former White House counsel Pat Cipollone. Cassidy Hutchinson, a former White House aide who was the J6 committee's star witness during a surprise hearing held on Tuesday, reportedly fabricated pieces of her testimony about conversations she had with former White House counsel Pat Cipollone. Imagine that. Fabricated. Let's see. She's fabricating her story. Pelosi's fabricated stories. Ooh, even Adam Schiff on multiple occasions have fabricated stories. Do you guys see a pattern here? During the testimony, Hutchinson claimed that Cipollone told her to tell her boss, Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, that former President Donald Trump should not go to the Capitol on J6. Hutchinson testified that Cipollone said, "We're going to get charged with every crime imaginable if Trump went to the Capitol." The committee's vice chair, Miss Liz Cheney, the treasonous, backstabbing, you know what, doubled down on her calls to get Cipollone to testify before the committee due to Hutchinson's testimony. As we heard yesterday, White House counsel Pat Cipollone had significant concerns regarding Trump's J6 activities. Cheney tweeted on Wednesday, "It's time for Mr. Cipollone to testify on the record. Any concerns that he has about his institutional interest of his prior office or are outweighed by the need for his testimony." End quote from Cheney. However, Cipollone was reportedly not at the White House on the morning of J6, according to Human Events senior editor Jack Posobiec. Multiple sources, including one who was at the White House on J6, told Cipollone was not there, and that in the AM when Hutchinson testified that she spoke with him. So there are already people debunking her comments and her statement. On J6, a committee is aware of this discrepancy, according to Posobiec, and are ignoring media inquiries about it. So the media is asking questions, and the committee is completely ignoring what was said. Here's the last part of this article. Parts of Hutchinson's testimony are also at odds with members of the U.S. Secret Service. Most sensitizing aspect of her testimony was that Trump allegedly tried to take control of the presidential U.S. Presidential SUV steering wheel and shouted expressions at the Secret Service agents when he was prevented to do what he wanted to do. That was all debunked. The Secret Service even made comment that they will show up and testify on the record that Hutchinson is lying. Lying yet again. More fabrications, more witch hunting. But this last article disgusted me the most. Many of us, millions of patriots across America, have absolutely walked away from Fox News. We don't believe them anymore. We don't pay attention to them anymore. We don't give them any more of our time. And Brett Baer, you are despicable. Fox News falls for Cassidy Hutchinson's hoax testimony. Where have you heard that word hoax? Man, that thing pops up a lot, doesn't it? Fox News and other members of the corporate press praised Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony of the J6 committee just hours before Secret Service agents reportedly announced their intent to contradict Hutchinson's testimony under oath. So it seems like this is all unraveling and falling apart right before our eyes. The J6 committee has no idea how they're going to respond to this. This is an absolute disgrace of the taxpayers' dollars here. Why do we have this committee in the first place? That was nothing less than a field trip. There was no insurrection. We just reported, what was it? I think it was in Arizona. Pro-abortion activists actually stormed the Capitol, I believe, in Arizona. That was an insurrection. That was not what happened on J6. And what about the political prisoners that are still held captive? Just a bunch more nonsense. But anyway, keep your heads up, stand tall, chin up, because I'm telling you what, a lot of great things happening. The one thing that I will finish this week on is the Supreme Court is out. Their session is over. What I didn't like is before they left, they went ahead and overturned Title 42. So just giving you guys that heads up. What does that mean? Well, Title 42 was the Trump policy at our southern border where it turned illegals around. And the Supreme Court has now flipped that, and Title 42 is now gone. So our southern border is once again wide open. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Remember, we won't be on Monday unless it's something special. So Monday, we're taking it off. It's the holiday. It's the 4th of July. I hope you all enjoy your family, your friends this weekend. Have a great time. And we will all be back Tuesday right here, LWN.